field to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense, because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You're down on the scoreboard, and this is not what you want to see. 99 yards of field in front of you.
Yeah, and it just shows how important a good punter can be and how that person can really help out a team. Guarantee you his agent can be taking that video clip in on the next contract negotiation, don't you think?
Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Now Williams. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Williams. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
They'll set up to throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Yep, 30 base. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Big gap, big gap, big gap. Switch, switch.
Back to throw here. Got his man. It's Williams. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him.
Set 50, plant. Watch the slam, watch the slam. Slam, slam, slam. Jumper, 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 jumper. Now.
They'll set up a throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 37.
6 yards. And the 1st down, Chiefs.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 37-yard line. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
They'll look to throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the former 1st-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A run for Nick Chubb. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense, and they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right.
24 is the mic.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for 2. They'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Crunch time, defense.
Back to it after the pick 6. Mayfield nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Frank Clark picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Hurry. Go now. Check your hot read. Jam it.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Whoosh.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that? And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
I'm going back to you. Real. Check. Hey, box drop.
To throw, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for Cleveland. And even 60 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there. Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. After the sack on 1st down, Mayfield. And it's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Antonio Callaway with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns have retaken the lead. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Now Mayfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Check 24, check 24.
80 weapon. Go, go. Shoot.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Hey, Echo.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Hey, come on now, come on now. Check. Check go.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
King.
They run. Chubb. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. You've got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Check 53.
He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, exit.
Check.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Now Mayfield. Flushed out right. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI called at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
Here's Mayfield. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Frank Clark in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Mayfield to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Intended for David Njoku. It's now 4th down.
They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for Kansas City, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching.